Hey Leo, this reading is for you for the second half of March 2019. And it's for Sidereal, Leo, Rising, Moon, Sun, Venus, maybe Mars. Could be. If you don't know what your Sidereal Zodiac placements are, I have a link to a Sidereal Zodiac calculator on my About and my homepage of my YouTube channel. Go and get that sussed out. And come back, figure out what all of your sign placements are, and come back and watch your rising sign and your moon sign. Those are the two most accurate placements for Sidereal Zodiac. So, Leos, what do we have here? Okay, that one had to come. Our main issue is the Five of Cups. We are regretting something. We feel like something is over. Can't take it back. Can't go back. Can't fix this. But you do have two cups standing, so there is something good. There's something of worth. This is also likely water under the bridge. You have a bridge here and some water. So it could be something that's in the past far enough that you don't really need to be regretting it or worrying about it, but yet you are. And you would really like to turn back time level and make everything right and put the liquid back in the cups even. Maybe it had to do with a one-night stand. Knight of Wands in the reverse. I'm going to go back to my old style of reading this month for this second half of March here, 2019, where I do 2 rows of 4 cards each and clarify those. Okay. Ace of Wands, the Empress, Queen of Swords, Death, and okay, so already I can see that you were hoping for a new beginning with a woman that you thought was the one, or not necessarily the one, but maybe above all others. She had abundance, she had charm and beauty. You could have been very creative together and done awesome things together. But with the Queen of Swords in the upright, it was like your logical mind took over and all this came to a halt. Or another person came into the picture and informed you that, no, that wasn't going to happen with this person that you see as the Empress or whatever this is. No. And notice how the Queen of Swords hand is motioning towards the Death in the reverse. It means, if you had done this, your whole life would have changed. Oh my God, aren't you so glad this didn't happen? Well, it looks to me like with the Five of Cups in the upright, you are sad you didn't go there. You are sad you didn't, take a chance on this person. You regret not taking a chance, maybe. Eight of Swords in the reverse. You're not in your mind about it anymore. You were terribly in your mind about it. And yeah, it would have changed your life completely with the Death card in the reverse here, because you didn't decide to have this new beginning with this Empress person. Your life didn't really change the way that, as drastically as it would have had you chosen that path. And I don't know if you appreciate the Queen of Swords energy, or if this is another aspect of your mind, or your sun sign, or your Venus sign, or whatever, your rising or your moon somehow, like maybe you're a Libra sun with a Leo moon, something like that. And it was like, no, I can't do that. I can't, your ego kind of came in and said, no, I'm not doing that. Or it could have been somebody else, maybe somebody in your family. Or maybe you met somebody else and they were all like, you should hang out with me instead. Okay, the Devil in reverse. Okay. Maybe you feel like it was something that could have been toxic, or maybe it was at the time. or it was just like one of these insane physical attractions that was just felt weird and animal and not like I love this person too and I want to share my life with them. I want to do all these things to them physically. I don't know. Or maybe you were having issues at the time with addiction or your attitude about something where it was toxic or codependent or something just was toxic. It wasn't right. And now you have addressed those things and it's in the past. And that maybe that's why maybe this Empress person knew that it was toxic, knew that things wouldn't go well and cut it off. Or you just could have been in a toxic state of mind and cut it off. And then we've got the Page of Wands here. So you're waiting for like some sort of bit of communication, or you're considering communicating back with this person. Or communicating to the Queen of Swords person, if this is an outside entity and not some other aspect of your ego, that, I'm ready to take charge of my life and give this Empress, Ace of Wands situation a try, or at least reach out and see how they're doing. Just say hello. How are you? Hello, how are you? Ace of Cups in the reverse. We have a missed opportunity for spiritual enlightenment, perhaps, with not going for this situation, not changing your life. We also have a situation where enough time has kind of run down or gone by that somebody doesn't feel the same level of love for somebody that they used to. And maybe you just need to hear from this person, just say, look, I'm not trying to I'll be in love with you and whatever, but can we just still be friends or work things out? The energy may go both ways with that. I'm going to clarify using the Tarot Secreto. It's a real pretty little tarot deck. Interesting art. Interesting imagery and kind of a more interesting, kind of deeper meanings on some of the card art. Okay. Let's just get right to it. What is this Ace of Wands and Empress in the reverse? What is the situation that you are regretting that did not start with this Empress person? Could have been male or female, but I'm seeing this more like a person that you held in high esteem above all others. And you've known them a while. It's not like you just met and you're just like, oh, I'm falling down the rabbit hole in love. No, that would be more like a Page or the Lovers or some sort, Knight of Wands kind of thing, something like that. Remember, the Knight of Wands in the reverse was under your Five of Cups, so there was that energy, like you regretted maybe treating this Empress person not as seriously and as kindly as you would have wanted. Now that you've released yourself from this devil energy and from all these thoughts in your head about how to proceed with this situation. And I think, this Page of Wands is just telling you to reach out and be communicative. Don't be a ghoster, don't be a stranger, and, but don't be overly so, just reach out and say, hello, I'm thinking about you. How are you? Okay, we got one card that came out for the Ace of Wands and Empress situation. I'm just looking for a few more to maybe tell a little narrative of what happened, why the regret over this person. And there's a lot of, I think there's a long story here that goes with that because the cards are just like, well, let's see. Okay. Okay. Wow. All right. These are all really beautiful cards, actually. So, I mean, from what they're showing me, with the Strength card in the reverse, let me just put that up and there we go. So in this deck, obviously, this woman is like so comfortable with this giant beast. She's naked riding it. That means also with the devil in reverse here, though, in the main bunch, that, you know, whenever this Ace of Wands and Empress situation happened that threw it into reverse, you weren't strong enough to control the beast, as it were. Like, you wanted to give in and whatever this situation was, like if it was a one-night stand, something like that, you gave into it. And with the Ace of Wands and the upright here in this deck, which is also a very nice card, you did have this beautiful beginning and this really passionate thing with this person. And with the Temperance card here, you have a spiritual connection with this person. You know that you've gotten connected somehow on a higher plane on the other side. However, you feel that this is a thing. You feel the connection. Like, there's no ignoring it. Well, yeah. But let's see, why? Okay, so I'm pretty clear. I mean, why didn't you go forward with this? Why? And you're regretting it now, obviously. But why? What is this Queen of Swords upright and the Death in reverse energy? Why didn't you go forward with this? What stopped you from doing that? Why didn't you go forward? Okay, there's one. A couple more just to kind of fill out a narrative here, please. What stopped you from going forward with this? Okay, there they are. Oh. Oh. Oh, wow. Okay. So the first thing that came out was the Five of Pentacles. And in this deck, you can see it has to do with image. Somebody getting their picture taken, and it looks like they have more over here, and then the person taking the picture is very small. Kind of looks poor. Their clothes are kind of dirty. It looks to be like they are on the outside looking in at the wealth. So maybe it had something to do, you know, in this deck, I definitely see it as like image. Like, you didn't want your image to be all like, oh, yeah, this person is just this other person over here. I'm all this. Okay. The next thing that came out was the Ace of Swords in the reverse. So you couldn't be honest about something either. You knew about the connection maybe, and you couldn't be honest about it because your ego was way more in charge of what you wanted at the time. Also, maybe an aspect of the relationship couldn't be honestly pursued, like out in the open. Could be you guys each had other people. Somebody was married, somebody had a girlfriend. Oh my God, three-way, four-way situation. And King of Wands, Leo, this could be you, right? And this person is upright and in charge of his domain, large and in charge, knows exactly how he's going to go forward, being a creative person, being, you know, writer, musician, painter, something like that. Also really passionate person. With the Ace of Wands in the upright as the describer to the Ace of Wands and the Empress in the reverse in the main card reading, I think this is also an aspect of you or this other person, or maybe it's both of you. And with the Nine of Wands as the last describer here of why you chose not to pursue this or make this situation right with this person, it was, you felt like you had to be completely defensive and you were on guard. There was a little bit of fear towards this. If you guys both had other people, maybe that was like the fear. You had this image you didn't want, like you feared people like making fun of you for liking this person or something. You feared getting drugged down in like drama maybe with this person, like if divorces were going to happen, something like that. Yeah, that kind of explains a lot as to why that happened. So, okay, so this is getting to be a long reading. So what is the Ace of Cups in the reverse and the Page of Wands upright about? If this is our advice through the end of March 2019 for Sidereal Leos, what is this little situation about? Is there any clarification on what this Ace of Cups is about? Is it about feelings changing? What is this? Okay, we've got a few cards that came out. Oh boy. Okay. So, Seven of Swords upright and Two of Pentacles reversed. Okay. So, this it indicates to me that you would really like to carefully and quietly walk away from any situation that requires juggling two things. This could be two jobs, two creative endeavors, two people that have realistic expectations about the living situation. Either that or there's some money issue where you were juggling, or maybe you wanted it to look like you had money or means, but you actually don't. And you're kind of trying to like step away quietly from that sideways. I also, you know what, I just see it as like maybe there's no love there because it wasn't that to you. You were just fooling around. And the bigger picture is like you didn't want to fool around on for a long term and have two situations going on. Not really advice, just more of a clarifier as to, there's no love there maybe on somebody's part. What is the advice here for this Page of Wands energy? Now that we know that somebody just was like jacking around, maybe that's why you regret it. It's like, this is not the person that you should have been doing that stuff with. And it was like scary and you had to be defensive about it and you were worried about all kinds of things. This is not the person you should have done these things with, and now you're regretting that. Ooh, okay, so what's the energy here with this communication for the Page of Wands? Just a little bit of side note here. Oh, there we go. Oh gosh, okay, hold on. Okay. The Eight of Cups in the reverse means don't walk away from this. Do not walk away from this situation. There we go. Here it is in the upright. It's a real pretty card in this deck. Like a mountain hike at the moonlight. Don't walk away from this. You have some things to fix here. With the Seven of Pentacles and the upright, you also have some money situation that you've been waiting on that could actually be improved by coming forward and kind of making this right, or this communication with this person. It could be a lucrative thing. And then with the Star, this is incredible, also upright. It could be very, it could be a very healing experience for you both. It could be something where you're both in the public eye. And it will be okay, it'll be nice, it'll be good, and it'll kind of fix whatever's happened here between the two of you if you reach out more and you just try to be more of a cool person. Okay, Leo, I think that's it. This is the longest reading in the bunch by far. I've exceeded our time limit by a bit, but good reading. And don't be too sad. You can reach out. You can make this work. And it looks like it would be a good thing with the Seven of Pentacles and the Star here. Okay, thanks.